The following podcast is a Dear Media production.
Hello, and welcome back to your favorite podcast,
De-influenced.
Happy belated Easter.
Happy.
He is risen.
It's very true. So true. The reason for the season.
The reason for the season. How was your Easter?
Our Easter was actually, it was great.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, it rained. Second year in a row, it's rained over Easter.
And I had strep throat.
And you had strep throat. It's pretty bad.
I still have it, but I'm not contagious because I've been on amoxicillin for 24 hours. Actually, do you want to know something that's really interesting about this whole strep throat thing?
Yeah.
What do they call it? Like I blinked the system. What do you call it? Like you
beat the system.
Yeah, I beat the system. I was going to say I went around the system.
Yeah.
I beat the system because 2 years ago I had mastitis and my OB prescribed me amoxicillin. And because I guess that's like one of the, I think it was amoxicillin or penicillin. I can't remember. Anyway, I took it and I got, it kind of helped, but then I got mastitis again. So then I took another round of antibiotics and I broke out in a rash all over. Do you remember we were taking newborn photos and I was so itchy down there?
Yeah, it was so
It was
bad.
horrible. I had a rash all over my body. And so my OB wrote on my charts allergic to penicillin, amoxicillin, and some other things. Well, do you know how many illnesses amoxicillin helps? I've learned over the past 2 years. There's a lot of times I need amoxicillin.
Is it?
Or penicillin, and I can't take it because I'm quote unquote allergic. But I always told my doctor, I was like, I've never been allergic to amoxicillin. Like I would like to take that antibiotic whenever I get, some type of whatever. And she was always like, no, we can't because you're pregnant. It's too risky. Da, da, da. So I haven't taken amoxicillin in forever. Well, I get this strep throat and I beat the system because I went to a different doctor. That wasn't associated with the, Baylor, Scott and White. And I was like, listen, can you write me some amoxicillin? I got some strep throat over here. She was like, absolutely. And so,
Are there any dangerous side effects to you taking amoxicillin if you are actually allergic?
I'd die. My throat would close up and I probably would have died. But I was like, it's fine.
So on Friday, you rolled the dice.
Full send.
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't going to tell anybody.
You understand that if you would have died, I would have been complicit. They would have accused me of murdering you because I picked it up.
No, because I knew I wasn't allergic to it.
I would have been an accessory.
Something just in my soul told me, I was like, I just know I'm not. I knew that it was a bunch of baloney.
I had no idea that the wages of this sin were death. Right.
And anytime I go to any doctor associated with Baylor, Scott and White, they will not write me a freaking amoxicillin. And I'm like, guys, I'm not allergic to it. Like, I'm not. I know I'm not. I got a rash after taking it for 14 days. I think you would get a rash for taking anything 14 days straight,
Yeah. And you also had to take it a lot because you were sick more frequently those years too.
Amoxicillin?
Yeah, you took a lot of amoxicillin.
No.
You didn't?
Not usually, no.
Oh.
But I've taken it before my entire life. I've never been allergic to it.
Yeah. So is it on like the same spectrum as like ivermectin? It kind of like just clears up anything? Penicillin?
Whoa.
No, I don't think, no. I think we're okay with ivermectin now.
So ivermectin just fixes everything?
Yeah. Like, it's like,
okay.
Isn't that what we were debating back then? It's like a very universally known.
Okay, yeah. No, amoxicillin is...
I mean, that guy at the lake was telling us to put ivermectin on our baby's skin for eczema.
Yeah. The horse paste?
Yeah. I mean, let's not call it... Yes, I know it was deemed horse paste, but like...
No, he literally said, go to Tractor Supply and pick up
No,
horse
I
paste.
understand. He did say that, but... We'll do a whole episode on ivermectin, but I think it's safe, non-controversial.
We're going to do a whole episode on ivermectin.
Yes. But I would say since you didn't die from taking...
By the way, I figured there would be some type of reaction or something where you could get me to the hospital in time. I didn't think I was going to instantly die.
Let me tell you something. The town around this lake community, there might be a hospital, but I don't think so. I mean, I had to drive 40 minutes just to get to the Walgreens.
I understand. But I honestly felt like I was on my deathbed. Y'all, this strep throat, I had 100 fever for like 48 hours straight. Like could not knock the fever, even though I would take like 4 Advil. And like because the aches were so bad that they were like my toes were aching. Like that's how bad it was. The chills at night, I was like wake up like, and then I had night sweats from the hormones. I was like, I got to take this amoxicillin or I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. A plus side, I don't know if this is the amoxicillin, you seem less anxious, which is what we were really addressing the week prior to the strep.
Yeah.
I mean, right? You're less anxious?
I have a little layer of anxiety right now, but I think it's mainly because my mom just made me do a try-on haul with her in these clothes, and the clothes were fine. Don't get me wrong.
Are those the clothes?
Yeah, this is cute. She let me keep this. This was my payment. These pajamas. I got these free pajamas from my mom. No, and the clothes were cute and everything, but you know how I am about like clothing try-on hauls. I don't know. It's just like a little triggering, like a little PTSD.
Yeah.
You know, and so because I don't really do a lot of like if you look at my Instagram, I don't do clothes. There's a reason for that.
Yeah.
I'll do clothes like sometimes if it's like a brand that I really love, or if I'm doing like a fun try on haul for like an event, or you know, but I'm not like you come to my Instagram to like be styled. Now maybe on my stories I'll do, you know, but that stuff disappears and I keep it like super real over there. But for some reason when it comes to creating content, like outfit content, it takes me back to like 2019, 2018 era with like the hair extensions and like the really intense edits and just being perfect all the time. And it's like a little triggering.
That ain't us.
I just like
that
don't.
ain't you.
Yeah, and I it's hard for me to get past that. Like so when I think Crown Hall, like I go back 7 years and I'm like big like red flashing lights. Like don't
nervous system.
Yeah, like just triggered.
triggered.
And so like I knew this Crown Hall was coming up on Monday, and it's not even for my Instagram, mind you. Like this isn't even for me, it's for her Instagram. But like I have kind of not been dreading it, but like been kind of anxious about it. And you know, then I start doing it, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's a great time.
So your anxiety is good.
Well, yeah, I just came from filming that to this, but I'm okay.
Yeah. I was just gonna say it was a hard week last week with the postpartum anxiety, but I don't really feel that right now.
Yeah. I've been listening to a lot of Theo Vaughn. That always helps me. Jake Paul is on. Interesting. Interesting. He wants to run for president, but I just don't think he's smart enough, man.
Yeah. What is he? He's
like
savvy.
that would be like me trying to run for president.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, he's savvy. He's a hard worker. I'll give him that. But I think it's sweet. I feel like over the years he has evolved and we have seen like a different side of him.
Right.
Because honestly, I just used to think, and I don't, sorry, Jake, like no offense if you're listening to this. I know you're a huge fan. I just used to think he's a bad person.
I don't think he's a bad person.
No, I don't think that. But like, you know, when he started Team 10 and all that, like I just thought he was a really yucky person. But you know, most people are not bad people.
I've noticed that about the bad people that we're supposed to think are bad people.
Yeah, they're not bad people. It's
like maybe they have like one sort of like false belief, you know, that's like
it's not even that. It's like they just get caught up and insecure and get caught up into like a system, or they get caught up into like a dream, and then they sacrifice so much for that, but that's not really who they are. Like, you know, like he did the whole, he talks about it. He's like, I went to LA and it like destroyed me.
Yeah.
And he was like, don't move out. And he was like, if I could give anybody like any advice, like don't move out to Hollywood and like don't surround yourself with people like that.
Really?
That's why he moved to Puerto Rico and just like kind of keeps to himself now.
What specifically about Hollywood does he say destroyed him? Just the culture of it?
The culture of it, and everyone trying to like use each other to like just succeed and grow off of each other. And it's a lot.
It's
but
hard,
he
though,
wouldn't be where he was
exactly,
without it. And
exactly.
trust me, like I get it. I did the LA grind too. And maybe not to that extent, but honestly, it was kind of the same thing. I did it
Yeah.
actually before you did it. We had our own Team 10 houses on YouTube before TikTok even came around. And we were all collaborating and, quote unquote, using each other. And it was freaking exhausting. It was a lot.
In the same spirit of most people are not bad people, I know that this podcast is kind of, well, it started de-influence you or us or our family at the time because we didn't feel like we had a long form, platform. I've always loved the vision of the podcast of we should go and be like, who are the most top 100 hated people on the internet, and we bring them onto the podcast to de-influence them. That's what I've always loved about the idea of the podcast. We've never really gotten there, but
why don't you do that?
I have, but you never come to those episodes. And then what happens is when you're not on the episodes, they don't get the same amount of listens. And so it's just like a whole different concept. But I thought it was like, similar to, Call Her Daddy taking that sort of Oprah turn that she took. She went from like talking about her sexy time to Oprah. I thought that would be a fun idea for us for the podcast.
Yeah. So
but I don't
like
think,
you just bring on like Trump, Tucker Carlson, Nick Fuentes.
Yeah.
And then we just like talk.
Well, those are,
You said the top hated people.
Yeah, those are like A-list hated people. I was thinking like the B-list hated people.
So Candace Owens.
No. That's okay. So maybe the C-list hated people.
But then isn't it kind of offensive if we're like, hey, we interview people that people hate. You want to come on our podcast?
No. Who was it that never ended up coming on that I wish she would have at the time? It was Cecily Bachman. Remember?
Oh, so just like scandals?
Yeah, like the other side of because the internet is so good at like jumping to conclusions and labeling something, this is what it is without any nuance. Yeah. And so I really liked the idea of being able to like open up.
I liked that too. I was just like pregnant or having babies.
No, for sure. Well, if we want to go in that direction, we can.
We totally can.
Because the other reason I'm bringing that up is we might be running out of things to talk about, you and I.
Not really.
No? Okay. Yeah, I didn't think so either. I was just making sure you didn't think that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I've been doing a little spring reset lately, not just around the house, but also with my closet. I feel like I used to buy a lot of things that were just okay, and now I'm really trying to focus on fewer pieces but better materials. Things that are versatile, easy to reach for, and just feel elevated without trying too hard. That's honestly why I keep coming back to Quince. Quince makes beautiful everyday pieces using premium materials like 100% European linen, organic cotton, and super soft denim, and a lot of their styles start around $50. Their spring pieces are lightweight, breathable, and effortless, the kind of things you can throw on and instantly look put together. I also love that their attention to materials carries into their accessories too. Their leather bags are made from 100% hand-woven Italian leather and genuinely look way more expensive than they are. And something I really appreciate is that Quince works directly with ethical factories and cuts out the middlemen, so you're paying for quality instead of brand markup. Personally, their linen pieces have become some of my go-tos lately. The fabric feels substantial but still really comfortable, and I definitely double-checked the price the first time because I couldn't believe it was that reasonable. Refresh your spring wardrobe with Quince. Go to quince.com/Dani for free shipping and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. Go to quince.com/Dani for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/Dani. I feel like I've reached that phase of life where I still want a little something sweet every day, but I also don't want all that sugar that comes with it. And if you're trying to find that balance, Unreal has been a really interesting option. What makes Unreal different is that they've taken nostalgic chocolate favorites and recreated them with simple ingredients and way less sugar. So you still get that satisfying chocolate experience without all the extra additives. Some of their best sellers include dark chocolate peanut butter cups, dark chocolate coconut bars, and dark chocolate caramel peanut nougat bars. The kind of snacks that work as a little afternoon treat or something sweet at the end of the day. Everything Unreal makes is fair trade certified, gluten-free, non-GMO, and kosher. They don't use artificial preservatives, flavors, or colors, and most products are even vegan. They've spent over a decade providing that better-for-you chocolate can still taste really good, which is why so many people keep these stocked for when cravings hit. You can also find Unreal products anywhere cravings hit, including at Whole Foods, Target, Costco, and other grocery stores. As a special offer for our listeners, visit unrealsnacks.com/Janie to get $2 off a bag of Unreal. Terms and conditions apply.
One thing I've learned from building businesses over the years is that most people think starting a business is way more complicated than it actually has to be. I used to think I needed a huge team, tons of technology, and all this infrastructure. And then I realized platforms like Shopify basically remove a lot of those barriers. Shopify is the platform we use to run our storefronts. And what I like about it is you actually own your business. Your store, your customers, your data, it's yours. You're not just renting space on someone else's platform. From an operator standpoint, I also really appreciate tools like ShopPay. That purple button you see at checkout. Faster checkout means fewer abandoned carts, which means happier customers and better conversion. Pretty simple math. They also have tools like Sidekick, which is basically like having an AI co-founder helping with things like analyzing sales trends, optimizing your site, and helping you make smarter business decisions. It lets you focus more on growth instead of getting stuck in the weeds. Whether someone wants to start a side hustle or scale something bigger, Shopify really removes the friction between having an idea and actually building something real. Build your store, own your audience, and create something that lasts. Start now at shopify.com/Dani.
What do you want to talk about?
I don't know. That's my problem. That's how I feel. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what is interesting right now that is going on in my life.
Well, first of all, you have so many things that you're reading about and talking about with me all the time.
I know, but it's not the audience. And I love them. I love them out there, but they don't care.
They always care what you have to say.
They don't care about the Roman Empire. I've
No,
tried.
tell me what you've been reading about on Twitter. You always have something new to say about Twitter. You're always like, on Twitter, they said this. What I want to know is like, who in my audience reads Twitter? Because
that'd be a good question.
I would have to predict it's mainly male.
I think it's mostly men.
And why is that? So on Joe Rogan the other day, he was interviewing Bob Lazar. Or was it Theo Von? Probably Theo Von. I think I was listening to Joe Rogan because he was interviewing Theo Von. But he was talking about like basically if you're not on Twitter, you're not getting any like real news. That's what he was saying.
Oh, he said that?
Yeah.
That is 100% accurate.
And he was like, and then
or if you're not listening to specific podcasts, I would say.
Right. And so then I was like, okay, I'm going to challenge myself to get on X. Because I do get on Threads sometimes, but my Threads are just funny jokes, like funny memes.
That's why I think females are not on Twitter, is because I don't really think it's a platform it doesn't curate well what I think you guys are like really interested in. Mm-hmm. And this is not a stereotype, but like I feel like your audience is interested in like Secret Lives of Mormon Wives and like the new TV shows that are coming up, more like pop culture stuff. And I don't think that Twitter's that great for pop culture unless it's pop culture relating to like politics or technology or.
But see, I think I find that other stuff interesting.
You do. I know you do.
Yeah, I know my audiences too because I talk about it with them.
Yeah, I know. I think you do for sure.
Yeah, I think.
So how did your Twitter test run go?
It's just hard to like curate your algorithm.
It'll happen really fast.
Yeah, but
you just got to give it a couple days.
Yeah, it did know that I was like struggling with baby reflux, so I did have like a lot of baby stuff on my algorithm.
It's good though, right?
Yeah, it was helpful.
Just the For You.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, no, I did learn a lot. I learned like so much within like 6 tweets that I was like, it's a little too much. Like
it's overwhelming sometimes.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like what I just learned would have taken me like an hour or two to learn in the real world, and like I don't really want to learn anything else. Like, it was a lot.
It's a lot.
But then I also typically have to like sometimes it's like such outrageous news that I'm like I have to go fact check it and like Google it, and then I'm like, oh, that really did happen.
Well, no, then you can just click the X button for Grok or whatever, and then it will like confirm. Also, you know how like
wait, can I ask you like what is Grok like? Sorry.
Grok. So like it's like ChatGPT and Claude.
Claude is just another AI.
Yeah, but it's like way better
than ChatGPT.
Yeah, I don't use ChatGPT anymore.
Wait, how do you get Claude? I hate when you learn new things and you don't tell me. Like Do you just want me to be dumb?
No, I don't want you to be dumb.
But why don't you ever teach me anything?
Well,
I think you do it so that you're smarter than me.
No.
And you can feel bigger.
No, let me tell you something. ChatGPT is really good for you because I've looked at your search history.
You little
not
snake.
extensively, just like, we've shared it with each other on the podcast.
You stuck into my phone and looked at it?
No, I was looking at something myself and I saw it. Just read the top 5.
What were my searches?
It's usually like, how big is my baby right now? Like,
I'll read them to you.
Can I take 2 Tylenol with amoxicillin?
Davy Crockett Origins, percentage calculation requests, Dayquil breastfeeding safety.
Okay, right.
Lemon water benefits.
That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of
ADD versus ADHD. Why toddlers hit you.
I'm telling you, it's like
Spencer Pratt running for office.
Yeah, it's so good
Protestant
for you.
exorcism practices. How hepatitis B spreads.
It's so good for you.
Kids bath for shower. Botox while breastfeeding.
If there was ever
Healing nipple blisters.
Yes. So I think ChatGPT is so good for you for that reason. Do you want to know the difference between them all? I can tell you if you find it interesting. So ChatGPT is really good for like consumer, like moms and consumers who like just want to ask questions that search the internet a lot or just want to like know it quicker.
Okay.
It also has the best, in my opinion, it has the best like chat feature where you like click the black button with the bars and you can like actually talk to it. So like when I'm trying to learn something, or if I'm like reading a newspaper, which I don't read, but like let's say I'm reading a magazine, what I'll usually do is I'll put my headphones in and then I will trigger the chat feature and it will sit there silently. But then I'll be like, hey, this article just brought up this war that happened in 1960. Can you tell me about it? And it's the best for that. But Claude is more like enterprise, which is why I haven't told you about it. It's really good for like Divi's whole company's on Claude. And so the reason it's good is because they have all these extensions that allow for you to like use the AI in Excel or in PowerPoint. Like we don't make PowerPoints anymore at Divi. We just have Claude make the PowerPoints.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't really do you any good from like a consumer personal standpoint.
Yeah, but it's not about that. It's about just keeping me up to date with like what's going on.
Well, that's what I'm doing right now. So then Grok is really good at like anytime I need real-time information on anything. So like, hey, did this really happen with Taylor Frankie Paul? I will ask Grok because it's the only AI that has the real-time data feed from Twitter. So if Twitter is like crowdsourced, from all these people, it's the best at querying that because OpenAI and Claude can't get access to the real-time data feed. So like if there was like you remember when the government of Iran or something like shut down and did a blackout and like no one could know what was going on.
Yeah.
There were a couple people with VPNs that were able to like still sneak around it. And so I would have queried Grok to be like, hey, what's really going on right now beyond the propaganda? So that's why, how like Instagram rolled out those community notes?
Yeah.
And it's a disaster.
Yeah, they need to go bye-bye.
It's a disaster because the community notes they rolled out, now what people are doing is like all these Redditors are just hijacking these bloggers' community notes and being like, this person has an eating disorder or whatever. So it's not actually factual. It's hijacked, but the community notes feature on Twitter is super, super reliable. And I don't know how the algorithm works or like how they do it, but anytime you go to like a tweet and you don't know it's true, you can most of the time now like open the tweet and then scroll down and the first comment is typically like, hey Grok, is this true? And then it will curate like what is factually accurate and what is not based on like propaganda, but like based on actual data. So that's Grok's really good for that.
So this whole conversation has kind of sparked like, okay, I was learning that if we were to stay in like the school district that we live in now, kindergartners get laptops to work off of.
Okay.
A lot of private schools that we have visited or toured, a lot of them have gotten rid of technology like up until like 6th grade or 4th grade or something. So they're actually just learning on like with pencils, pen, and paper. But like when I go back and forth, first of all, like my first inclination is to be like, ugh, I don't want my kids on the computer. I don't. But now, like learning all of this, that like we don't make PowerPoints anymore. AI does it for us. We don't do this. We don't do this. We don't make spreadsheets. It's just like there's a part of me that's like, ugh, I need to get my kid on the computer so they learn how to like do all of this,
It's
so that
tough.
and so then there's like another side of it where I'm like, no, I don't want them on the computer. I just want them to like learn, like just have that traditional education. And I don't know, it kind of freaks me out a little bit.
You want me to tell you where I think it's going?
Yeah, or what would you want or what do you want for your
Well,
kids?
so like, you know how we had to learn math because it was like you're not going to always have a calculator in your pocket.
Yeah, that's what the teachers would always say.
It's
You're
crazy.
not always going to have a calculator.
So now the challenge for me is it's hard, and I know you're not here with me yet. So like we can take our time with it, but it's hard for me not to see school as like a glorified daycare at this point because sorry, let me say this. 0 through 6 education, I think, is really important because it teaches you the fundamentals of like how to learn and like the basic foundation of like reading, writing, spelling, math, etc. So I think that like 0 through 6 is really important. I think once you get 7th beyond, you're learning things that are pretty like memorization based, so like you're taking tests that are about like this war. I don't understand what the point of that is. Like, I think it's so much more important for people to know how to like query the tools that are going to give us the information versus like memorizing the information and then trying to, just take a test to get good grades. Like, I just don't see how the model is going to play out in the next like 3 or 4 years. Whereas like Alpha School is saying, okay, here's these like AI interfaces. Like, we are going to teach you to interface with it and get and be curious and like create businesses and generate new ideas.
Here's my thing though. And I'm postpartum, so it's really hard for me to like put together my thoughts. But here's the thing, like learning about those wars, to me, it's not just about memorizing information and getting it right on the test. It's also like understanding like why did this war happen and what went wrong, and then understanding like what should have been different. And if you don't understand history, if you don't understand that war, then how do you know what to ask AI?
No, for sure. But there's only of all. So we probably toured, call it 5 to 10 private schools. Okay. I can think of one private school, maybe 2, that had that type of environment for education. They had like literal roundtables where they would discuss topics like, let's talk about this time within the Roman Empire. It was, I'm not going to say the names of the schools, but only 2 of them had that type of discussion. Public school, there's no way. Like, there's no way that public school is going to do that because you would have to completely uproot and change the dynamic of the system, right? Mm-hmm. So private schools might catch up and be like, okay, in an AI first world, we need to teach our students to be more critical thinking. We need to help them like understand information and have really good media literacy so that they can determine what is truth and what is not. And I think Alpha School probably does it really well.
Yeah.
But it's hard for me because
but I do feel like in high school, you still are learning like fundamentals, like the foundations of chemistry, so that when you go to med school, you understand what an atom is or what a chemical is.
Yeah, but like that could be taught genuinely. Like ChatGPT doesn't do this, but like Claude does this, where they launched this feature called diagrams. And it's like, hey, I don't understand what an atom is. Can you visualize this for me? And it's the craziest. Like, it just will teach it to you. And like, there's one, Google has this thing called Notebook LM, and they just launched this feature where you can say like I could go and Stella could be like, why is the sky blue? Why is the sky blue? And I could type that in and it would generate a PowerPoint at her education level.
Yeah.
And if I wanted,
now we're talking about two different things. Now you're talking about learning off of AI.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is like, so here's.
But if you don't learn the basics of like, what is, so just an example, that there is a sky, you don't know to ask that question. That's like a little stupid example, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would get more complicated over time.
Yes. I think that like the most important thing in an AI future is curiosity and agency. So like for me, the number one thing of like, how do we foster two things in our kids, curiosity and agency, and locking them up in a fluorescent light building for, 8 hours a day, where our three boys are going to be super bored. It's just hard for me. It's hard for me in like the way that things are progressing so fast.
Yeah. I mean, I don't disagree with that.
And there's kind of a, like when we talk about Nashville, there's like a pipeline of like Nashville families that I think is really funny. It's like people move to Nashville. I'm not saying we're moving to Nashville, but like people move to Nashville, they get into the private school scene there. And then they ultimately end up going to this like hybrid homeschool, like, what do they call them? Co-op things, because they start to realize like, man, it's more important for my child to develop curiosity in their childhood, to ask questions and find what they're interested in, because the super intelligence is going to help them get to where they want to go. But you have to like both teach them curiosity to ask the right questions or to be curious about what they can do differently in the world, and then agency to believe that they can query the tools to figure out how to get to anywhere they want to go.
So do you want your kindergartner working off of a computer? Yes or no?
No.
Okay. Fair enough.
No. I think that
their brains are not developed enough.
0 through 6, like it's like no, it's not. You got to delay it. Because it's like you with Twitter. It's like you read 6 tweets and you're like overwhelmed.
I'm like, my brain's going to
You can't give that type of like super intelligence. Like you got to get the foundation right first.
Yeah.
But I think that ultimately we're doing the right thing with the school that we chose.
Yeah. Oh, we chose the school?
Did we not?
Mm-hmm.
Did we not?
I don't know.
Are you saying that because we haven't announced it, or are you saying because you're second guessing?
I don't know. I'm just This is how Summit talks. He's like,
so you're not mad at me now for not telling you about Claude. It just didn't seem like you.
No, but I just feel like you gatekeep like a lot of information from me. That things that would make me cooler.
No, when we went to Burgers.
Does it make you feel big? Is that what it is?
No.
Does it make you feel like big, strong, tough guy?
No, when we went to Burgers, I was telling you all about Romulus and Remus. Remember?
2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
I need like 4 bits of information a day.
Okay. Well,
I want to know everything.
Okay. I will tell you everything.
Except for, about the Roman Empire. I don't want to know about Romulus and Remus. This is what I'm talking about, though. I want to know about like up-to-date things. What else do you learn on your Twitter feed? That's what we all want to know. That's why we tune in. Teach us.
Okay, I'll teach you.
Okay, I have to tell you guys about something that has genuinely surprised me lately. I started using Salt and Stone, and I did not expect to get as many compliments as I have been getting. Like multiple times a day, I've had people ask me what perfume I'm wearing, and it's actually my deodorant. I tried their discovery set because I couldn't decide on just one scent, and it ended up being the best way to figure out my favorites. The set lets you try all 4 scents: santal and vetiver, bergamot and hinoki, saffron and cedar, and neroli and basil, which makes it really fun to rotate depending on your mood. Right now, I really love santal and vetiver. It smells clean and elevated and honestly makes me feel more put together even on chaotic days. Their deodorant is aluminum-free and gives 48-hour protection, and I love that all their products are made with really thoughtful, nutrient-rich ingredients. I also love that their body wash, Bergamot and hinoki makes a shower feel like a 5-star hotel. It's one of those little upgrades that makes your daily routine feel more luxurious. Try Salt and Stone's Discovery Set to find your perfect scent. Go to saltandstone.com/Dani and use code Dani at checkout for 15% off your first order. That's saltandstone.com/Dani and use code DANI for 15% off. I feel like my daily makeup routine has shifted lately towards more natural, skin-first look. Less about covering everything up and more about enhancing what's already there. Just healthy, fresh, effortless skin instead of anything that feels heavy or overdone. That's what Jones Road Beauty is really known for. Their whole philosophy is makeup that brings out your natural features instead of masking them. Their Miracle Balm is one of their most talked about products because it's such a simple multitasker. It can be worn as blush, bronzer, highlight, even a subtle lip tint, all without needing a complicated routine. It's the kind of product that fits into a really streamlined everyday makeup approach. Their Just Enough Tinted Moisturizer is another staple. It's lightweight, helps smooth and even skin tone, and gives just enough coverage to reduce redness while still looking really natural. They also have just launched their Lip Recharge, which combines the comfort of a balm that benefits as a treatment and the shine of a light gloss. It has a cooling metal applicator and comes in versatile shades designed to hydrate and smooth lips while still feeling lightweight. If you want makeup that brings out your natural glow instead of hiding it, Jones Road is the way to go. For a limited time, our listeners are getting a free shimmer face oil on their first purchase when they use code Dani at checkout. Just head to jonesroadbeauty.com and use code DANI at checkout. After you purchase, they will ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them our show sent you.
I feel like tax season is one of the only times most people actually sit down and look at their full financial picture. Income, spending, savings, investments, everything all at once. And usually the big question becomes, okay, what should I actually do with this information? For me, I don't want to just look backwards at where the money went. I want to be intentional about where it's going next. That's what I like about Monarch. Simplify your finances with Monarch. Monarch is the all-in-one personal finance tool designed to make your life easier. It brings your entire financial life, budgeting, accounts and investments, net worth, and future planning together in one dashboard on your phone or laptop. Feel aware and in control of your finance this tax season and get 50% off your Monarch subscription with code Dani. What I personally find helpful is that it doesn't just track spending, it helps you plan. You can see savings, goals, debt payoff timelines, net worth trends, and actually make decisions that move things forward instead of guessing. I also like the AI insights because it surfaces patterns you might miss, which is helpful when you're trying to stay disciplined and make smarter decisions long term. If your goal is to be more proactive with money instead of reactive, this is a really solid tool. Achieve your financial goals for good with Monarch, the all-in-one tool that makes money management simple. Use code Dani at monarch.com for half off your first year. That's 50% off at monarch.com, code Dani. What are you learning about? What's interesting you lately?
Oh gosh. I don't know. I'm just mainly
What's on your mind lately?
I'm just like how to like get my nipples to feel normal again, honestly. Like they hurt so bad. It's horrible. That's really what's on my mind.
I know. I believe you.
They're like bruised.
Uh-huh.
He has such a shallow latch, so I've been really concerned about that.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Really?
Yeah, and then this just stubborn belly weight. That too. So that's been on my mind a lot.
I got this this game for our kids. Not sponsored. It's called We're Not Really Strangers.
Okay, just like side note, like it kind of sounds like a creepy game. It's like we're not really strangers.
I mean, it's for little and big kids, and it's like questions that you can ask them that are like simple, you know?
This is like the kind of stuff that Jordan buys on Amazon. We use it once and we'll never see it again.
This one got me on TikTok.
No,
Shop.
like this is like his favorite thing.
This one really got me on TikTok Shop.
He could have just ChatGPT'd questions to ask my 3-year-old, but instead we bought game.
And it breaks it up by age, which I thought was really fun.
Wait, can I just say something?
Yeah.
I'm kind of annoyed at this. Because like, like my thing that I made up with the kids when we travel, when we go to dinner is we always play questions.
I know, I got it for you.
And I made that game up.
Yeah, I know. This was helpful.
Okay, well, I feel like I'm being replaced. And these are the questions that you were asking. Like, he opened up this game and he was like, oh, babe, these questions are so good. And I was like, these are literally the questions that I ask the kids that I just come up with in my head. And he's like, oh my God, it's so cute. We're going to ask them this question. And I'm like, I ask him that all the time.
I feel like no matter what I do, you feel like I'm attacking you. We got into it was more hormonal, I feel like, but the star system.
Oh, yeah. Tell him what you did.
Well, so
No, tell him.
Yeah, no, I'm going to.
No, tell him right now.
I'm going to. So we got the skylight calendar. Didn't I talk about this on the podcast? Yeah, so we got the skylight calendar.
But you didn't talk about what you did behind my back.
So I wanted, so we have 4 kids now. And so I was like, hey, I really need the big kids to step up. And so I created routines, like a morning, afternoon, and nighttime routine. One was like in the morning, you make your bed, you get dressed by yourself. For Stratton, that just means he puts his shoes on by himself. And then you brush your teeth and then you help clean up before you go to school.
And then you get stars.
And then you get stars. And
then if you get enough stars.
And then if you get enough stars, you get to save up for something. So
save up for something and then you get to buy it.
You get to buy it. You get to convert your stars. You lose your stars when you buy it. And then you get to buy it. 2 birds with 1 stone. 1 is it creates high agency children. 2, agency. 2 is it gets them to stop asking us every time we go somewhere to buy something. So now they're like, oh man, I would have to save up for that. I think decent system. And Dani.
No. And so then he implements it without telling me. Okay. So when you create a star system, just so you know, everything becomes about the stars. Everything. The reason my kids get out of bed now is to get stars so that they can buy something. Because at the end of the day, it's just another way to bribe your kids. It's just another system to bribery, right?
Yeah.
So every week they set their goals and they basically want a new toy. They're getting new toys now than they were before.
Well, I'm
because
actually,
every week they get a new toy now.
I know. I need to play with the stars. I don't know how stars convert to dollars. I'm still perfecting that.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
I need to make things much more expensive.
Right. So, but basically every week they look at Amazon and they just tell Jordan, like, I want a K-pop Demon Hunter purse, whatever. So then he looks on Amazon. So they're obsessed with getting stars so they can get this purse. So the entire day is sitting around, Daddy, I get this star. And then Jordan will like use the star system to also discipline them or to reward them. And where am I? I'm just over here like, what's going on? I'm just chopped liver. Like, and I'm like, I can't discipline them now because then I'm like, hey guys, get in bed or I'm going to take away a star. And they're like, that's not your job. Daddy does the stars. And I'm like, okay, so I have no say anymore. I have no power, no control. I can't discipline. I can't reward. I'm just completely left out of the system. I had nothing to do with anything. And then like, I try to butt in. They're like, no, Daddy's the one that can give us stars. Daddy's the one that set up the routine. Daddy's the one and like, they just want to impress Daddy all the time.
I get it.
It's like we're supposed to be parenting together.
No, I get it. And so we talked about it, and I said, what do you want? I said,
and here's another thing.
Do you want the stars to be gone?
Here's another thing. I personally, just saying, if I would have set up the star system.
You said I would have done it totally different.
I would have done it totally different. I wouldn't reward my kids for things that I expect them to do, like brush their teeth. You're rewarded by brushing your teeth by not getting cavities. What I would have done is, if you say thank you to your friend's mom whenever you leave their house, then you get a star.
Yeah.
But I would never reward my kids for putting on their shoes. Like, dude, put on your shoes or you're going to get like glass in your foot. Like, I'm not going to reward you for doing something that you need to do. That's just me.
I'm just saying, we tried. Never would have happened.
Okay.
Stratton, he does not want to put on his shoes.
Okay.
Now he's putting them on every day. It still takes him some time, but he does it.
Well, maybe for Stratton, I would have done that. But for Stella, I would never give her a star for putting on her clothes. Like, she's 5.
That's fair. I mean, this is what I told you.
But this is what I'm saying. This is why we're partners in things. Because
I know.
we would have, if you would have come to me, then we would have been like, we could have done it together and made it the perfect system.
Well, what did I say to you? I said, hey, listen.
You said, I'm sorry.
I said,
going on your back and creating a star system.
Well, I said, it's open to it's not set in stone.
No, but you know how hard it is to like take that away from the kids. It's like
No, it's easy.
It's like when I took away TV from the kids. It wasn't easy because they were already used to getting it, and then when you take it away, it's hard.
Well, I know all we need to do is we need to sit down and we need to say, hey, listen, guys, we're creating a new star system, and you don't get stars for putting on your shoes or getting dressed. Now, if you want stars, you have to do X, Y, Z, but you also need to do the things that you were doing before. And that'd be so good. Like if you told them that, they'd be like, oh my gosh.
No, they'd be like, well, you don't do the stars. Daddy does the stars.
They don't say that anymore because I've heard you now. You've adopted it, the star system, haven't you?
I just pull it out sometimes when I really need it.
Yeah, I know. And does it work?
Sometimes.
It works. I mean, but now you have to deal with the, like, I mean, when you take away a star from these kids, it's like, it's World War III. I mean, they really cherish these stars.
Yeah. Honestly, I think they'd rather get a spanking.
I think so, to be honest. But the thing about the star system that I think we're still perfecting, that we never followed up on this, but what I did apologize for is I said, you know what? In rolling out the star system, I don't know. I think I should have given stars for rewards, but I don't know if I agree that I should be using the stars to reprimand. Does that make sense?
To discipline?
To discipline.
So then what would you use to discipline?
Well, I don't know. That's what we need to talk about because, you know, we haven't really realigned. Like the discipline's hard right now because sometimes I'm like, okay, let me pull the simmer down time card out, which is like timeout, basically. And then we don't really spank. And then there's the stars. So I feel like our discipline is not united because we haven't really talked about what we want it to be.
Yeah.
You know, and so I just started using stars, and I did apologize for that because discipline, we talk about this in our Bible study, like discipline and being united on discipline between the two parents is so important. And so I'm
glad you're learning your lesson. Sorry. I'm just trying to be as annoying as I can about this star thing so that you never do it again.
Well, and then I get these cards and, you know, you're triggered by this too. Get like a sweet.
It's because I think it's because I still have lived in resentment about the star system.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, so now you're asking questions without me?
It's like, that's what I'm saying though, is like in your postpartum haze, everything is an attack.
No.
A lot of things are an attack.
Oh my gosh. So sensitive.
It's so funny.
It's so funny. It's so funny. People can hear your eyes moving around.
I don't care.
No, people hate that stuff. Oh no. Oh no. I can already feel the people unsubscribing. They're like blocking us now. People,
leave.
What's funny
Get out of here.
is like, I had a friend in college that like her biggest ick was chewing ice in front of her.
Huh.
I kind of like the sound of it, but some people are like very opposed.
Huh.
It like really grosses them out. It's okay.
It's whatever.
It doesn't bother me.
You're so forgiving.
I'm really easy to be married to.
I don't think you're that hard.
Thank you, babe.
What else is on your mind?
Stratton's birthday party, honestly. I feel really bad. I scheduled his birthday party on a day that there's like 2 other birthday parties in his class, and his kind of overlaps with someone else's. So I sent the invite to like 12 of his classmates, and I've only gotten 3 RSVPs. And I'm like, oh my gosh, do I move the party? Do I move it to another day? Do I just let 3 people come? I'm like, what do you think I should do?
No, I think we just got to send it.
Really? And then only 3 people come?
You know, I don't remember anything from when I was 3.
But maybe you would remember it if it was traumatic because nobody came to your party.
Yeah, that's a classic mom guilt tactic that your psyche plays. I think it's going to be okay.
Really?
Yeah, I really do.
Just 3 people?
Oh, wait, there's only 3?
Well, 3 from his class. But yeah, I'm inviting like our friends and their kids.
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, don't stress about it.
His best friend from class, her mom texted me and said she couldn't come, and I was like, please, I'll pay you. How much do you want? I'm like, lifetime of divvy. I'm like, no. She's like, I'm sorry, she has a dance recital. I'm like, okay, I'll double it. It's hard.
It's hard.
Chad's just such a sweet little boy.
Yeah.
I just don't want him to get his feelings hurt.
No, he's good. He just, if we're there.
All he wants is his parents.
Yeah. He really does. And Stella.
In Captain America.
It's Captain America. I did hear you say, you did walk up to him and you were like, hey, listen, Iron Man's busy.
I did tell him. I didn't want him to be disappointed.
Iron Man's busy that day. And he was like, oh. You were like, but I got Captain America. He's available. And he goes, okay. It's so funny. Was like Iron Man booked?
Yeah. He was booked. No, Captain America was available and he was half the price.
I mean, that's tough because when Spider-Man came to his birthday last year, it was like he was meeting the Spider-Man.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. But like Captain America is going to be pretty great.
It's such a bummer that Iron Man was booked.
No, he wasn't booked. I just said he's not available. But Captain America.
So you couldn't find an Iron Man?
No. Okay. Let me tell you, there's not a lot of Iron Mans out there, okay?
It's an expensive suit.
Yeah.
It's way more expensive than Spider-Man.
Yeah. No, Captain America.
Captain America.
Yeah. No, I could not find an Iron Man. I'm just going to be honest.
Okay. That's fine.
If Iron Man is listening to this, please email me. Okay.
No, it's like, it's too hard because.
Yeah. What do you do?
It's like a whole suit.
It's like a robot suit.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah, I do have the helmet.
Yeah. So maybe you should come be our Iron Man.
Hell no.
Why is Stratton so obsessed with Iron Man? That's so random.
I know, because he wasn't even really
like we never watched Iron Man.
No, it's the weirdest thing.
We watch Spider-Man all the time, Superman.
Yeah, I don't know where he even got exposed to Spider-Man and Friends, which is the show that he did watch before you cut out shows.
Before I took away the TV.
Did have an Iron Man character in there.
Yeah.
So maybe.
You know what's interesting about once you take away the TV is that when they do see a TV on, it could be like golf and they'll watch it. Like they are just mesmerized by the screen because they haven't seen one in so long. So then they see Scotty Scheffler out there and they're like, this is the most entertainment I've had in months.
No, it rained all day on Saturday and Stella blew through the entire season of Love on the Spectrum.
I know, that's such a sweet show, man. If y'all haven't seen
she blew through the whole thing.
And she was so interested because I just let it play on repeat. And like that girl couldn't take her eyes off of it.
Yeah, no, it is kind of crazy though, because this is a really hard thing for most parents. Like, it's crazy once you get past like the first couple days, if not week, of no screens. It's just gone. Like, we don't even think about it.
We don't even think about it.
It's not brought up. It's not talked about.
Isn't that the best? Oh my gosh. The amount that we had to discipline or talk about TV with our kids before you took it away was insane.
It was crazy. And their behavior was just so bad.
So bad because of the TV. Because it was so addicting that when you took it away from them, the tantrums were like horrific.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not perfect or anything, but like our night times are like so much more calm.
Yeah. And like it's, but it is funny because now we can use it as a card and it really works. Like if we're having like it's just chaos, like on a weekend or something, like we know that we can put on Aladdin and like we're like, hey guys, listen. They'll be glued, and then like
tonight we'll watch Aladdin if you guys are really good at the birthday parties or whatever. And like you always know, it always works.
Yeah, for sure. So basically, we're the best. We get the award.
We get the award. Have you seen what Taylor Frankie Paul posted on Instagram yesterday?
Yeah, about her faith.
Yeah, that girl's been going through it. But it's funny because
There's nothing like a good public lashing though to bring you back to Jesus. Let me tell you.
Yeah, but
it'll humble you.
But here's the thing: that girl's been through a lot, and this is the one that broke her.
This one was big though. Like you're literally, when you watch the last season of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, like she wanted to blow up her life. She wanted to.
Yeah.
She was miserable. Like she didn't want to go to the Bachelorette. She like all of these girls, I think, are pushing themselves to the absolute brink, and I've seen it firsthand. I've seen the train roll down the tracks before. And I think that she blew up her life. And I think even her mom kind of frustrated me because her mom was like, Taylor, you're going to lose this amazing opportunity. And like what happens when you're in that position is like everyone wants the train to keep going and they justify it by like, it's so good for you, or this is such a great opportunity. I don't want you to pass it up. But like, she's unwell. It's not fair.
Yeah.
So she kind of blew up her life. And then she spent 40 days in the desert, just like Jesus. And then Easter happens and
she's alive.
She's alive. She has risen. She has risen. And, Jesus died for her sins, just like he died for ours. And I really want to see that season of The Bachelor. I'm going to be honest with you. It was probably bonkers.
Yeah.
It was probably just I think they're going to release it. They have to. They've got to release it. Put it on Hulu, put it behind a paywall. You will make all of your money back times 5 by just making us pay for that. I would do Hulu Premium to watch that season.
We all would. Yeah, I agree with you. She blew up her life. And I think she wanted it. I think she wanted a reason to like not be involved in all of that.
She wanted it
deep down.
And like now, are they doing the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives anymore?
I don't know. I think that they talked about Jessie having a spinoff of her own show, and I don't think that ended up happening. And from the rumors I've been hearing, they're kind of just like slowing down the filming, and like there might not be like another season.
It's hard because this is like Team 10.
Like without Jake Paul.
None of them, like some of them are like firefighters now.
Yeah, but look at Alex Warren. Wasn't he on Team 10?
No, he was a different house.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
No, Alex Warren was like a different house. But I'm just saying, like, it's hard because this is the funniest thing. Trey Kennedy has that skit about this of like, will MomTok survive this? But I don't know if these girls survive without MomTok.
Or without Taylor.
Without Taylor. I think Whitney will have a pretty long career. Her and Connor. I think Macy will fizzle. Jen Affleck will do okay.
No, they need. I'm telling you, like without Taylor, like I'm just thinking about the show without her.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like even them, the show, she kind of made it.
Yeah, she did.
Because she was she's so good for reality TV,
but so bad at the same time.
But that's what reality TV is. It's a way for us to feel better about ourselves.
Yeah.
It's a way for us to look at someone else and then be like, oh, I am better than you. Whether we admit it or not.
But see, all those other people that you're naming, they're just too normal.
They're too normal. That's what I'm saying. It's like they're too normal. And like, even like, I don't know if this like Jesse Jordan, is this divorce real or is this all scripted?
No, it's real.
It's real, man. Like, I don't know what he did and I don't know what she did, but it's like.
Yes, you do. It was we watched the whole season.
But they don't get divorced on the season.
But yeah, but it all stems from that. And then what happened was she went on Call Her Daddy and said that whenever they were together and the news hadn't broke that she was having an emotional affair, he had all of this proof on his phone and these text messages.
Yeah.
And was like every night, like basically holding it ransom?
Mm-hmm.
And basically like threatening her, saying like, if you don't do this, like I'm going to post, the text messages and out the fact that you were cheating on me. So she like, and so it was just like very toxic.
Yeah, it's so bad. I mean, but I feel bad for that whole situation. Makes me really sad. Yeah, it's just hard for me because we watched the show together, and I feel like we watched it under the lens of like knowing when you're on the hot streak, like what it takes from you emotionally, spiritually, physically, mentally.
Well,
emotionally.
and it's like the opportunities are coming in,
and they
like
don't.
Taylor got The Bachelor,
Yeah.
Whitney got to go on Chicago, Jen Affleck's on Dancing with the Stars, and it's like,
And they're all kind of like jealous of each other.
but
and like,
these opportunities,
it's
like
so-
know deep down that if you don't take it, another one might not come, and that's true. Like people are like, oh, another no. When you're on the up and up, you have to take the opportunities.
you got to.
You have to, and like you have to make sacrifices, and that's how you get to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. Like for example, if you don't get on the reality show, you're not going to get the opportunity for Dancing with the Stars. You're not going to get, so it all kind of builds off of each other. But I think a lot of them, like you say yes to it thinking, oh, that might happen, but they don't realize it's going to happen. And then when it happens, they're not prepared for it. Not only that, they have like 3 or 4 small children.
That's what I'm saying. Is that's
like,
what makes me really sad about it.
I rode that wave whenever I was like living in LA and I was like 21 years old. And it was so bad for my mental health. But like, I cannot imagine how hard that is on their marriages. Like, especially because they're very new to fame. Like you and I have been doing it since day one. Like creating content, putting our lives out there, riding the wave of opportunities since we started dating. But a lot of them just like, he was going to med school and she was a stay-at-home mom. Like they are still developing the skills and of like how to have a healthy marriage, like just creating content and working together. Like they've only been doing it for 2 or 3 years. You and I have been doing it for like 8 or 9 years. So even if we would have done the reality show, it would have been really hard, but we still have like skills and like we've learned how to do it better. I feel like I cannot imagine. That's why all these divorces are happening. It's too much for them to handle.
What makes it like, because when their hot streak, like I would say your second hot streak was when we first got married, but we didn't have any kids. So like
all we did was work.
We could hop on planes. We could go wherever we wanted.
Work till 9 p.m. Sleep in if you had to.
Like we were able, I think we worked well together too. And so
we just took care of ourselves. We didn't have to take care of anybody else.
But like what is hard on me about the show is like, I know what they're going through, but they're doing it with like 3 or 4 kids, which it would be the equivalent of us going through what we went through like 2018 through 2021 with all of our children. And I'm going to be totally honest, like something would have had to give. Like it would have been so hard on our marriage and like our children. I just don't.
That's what happened with Bobby Altoff too. She had kids. And
then what happened to her?
And they got a divorce.
Yeah.
And then she like moved out to LA and like was like never with her kids.
And it's hard because I genuinely think that like fast forward 5 or 10 years, the people that make those decisions to like give up the foundation, whether it's like their marriage or their kids for the fame, the problem is that like what Jake Paul said, Hollywood will chew you up and spit you out and not care. Right. And so it'll leave you technically with nothing. You'll have fame and you'll have money and you'll have all these things, but like inside you will feel like you have nothing.
Right. But I will say, I do think there is a way to do it. Like there is a way to do it. And I think that a lot of people feel like Connor and Whitney are doing it well because he has completely sacrificed his ego. Like he has like no ego. And he is like, I am strictly here to support Whitney on her
Zach's
journey.
Trying to. I don't know how the internet feels about Zach right now, but I feel like he is genuinely, I think it's super weird that he showed up to that meeting for Jen, but I also totally don't because I know that her mental health is probably total crap right now.
And he's trying his best to
and I feel like I can imagine the behind the closed doors, like Dani's mental health is suffering, but she's like,
I'm like, Jordan, please just go talk to her. Like, I can't show up to the filming. I'm like, I want to be with my kids. I feel so guilty. Like, I can't go to the filming. Please, can you just go do it for me?
The thing about what no one will understand that these husbands are going through is like, what is the line between enablement and empowerment? Like, that is the biggest thing for like Instagram husbands is like, where are you enabling the train going off the tracks versus where are you supporting and empowering those things. And I agree. I think Connor right now is being seen as very empowering, right? And I think that he probably is, but there's going to come a time. She's doing 8 shows a week on top of having 3 kids, on top of filming
Small kids.
2 reality TV shows. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, that is inhumane. It's inhumane. We've been there. So like, he is empowering and they are on the up and up. And as long as that's a season, I think it actually is empowering. But most likely it's going to come to this point where Whitney is unwell and he's going to have to ask the question, am I still empowering or am I enabling by supporting this train a-rolling?
But how do we learn otherwise?
How do we learn otherwise, right? Like, you know, and Zach, I think, is trying to do the same thing. He's like, hey, I supported you doing Dancing with the Stars, but like, I'm also your husband here, you know, and like, when can I speak out about it? So it's so hard.
Yeah.
But they all are trying to figure it out. I just feel really sad sometimes because I'm like, man, to figure that out with like, almost all of them have like 3 or 4 kids, right?
Yeah.
Like even in the show, there's like babies crying while they're like literally performing drama for this show.
Yeah.
It's sad. It's sad.
I know, but it's like, it's also a job.
Yeah, but it's like the kids.
But your kids would be crying at any job.
Are you talking about the babies?
I don't know.
Like I'm talking about the toddlers, like the ones that are like in the mix of the drama, like when they like know what's going on. Ugh, I don't know.
Are you talking about what Taylor threw the stool?
No, well, yeah, that's a side effect of like the pressure that probably came from reality TV or whatever.
Yeah.
But like there was like one episode where they were playing pickleball, you know, and like all the kids were there.
Okay.
And so I feel like something dramatic happened at this party.
I can't remember.
I can't remember either. But I was like, man, that's so crazy to like have the kids all in the mix. And the reason I feel bad is because I know it's like the same reason that we're super curated or selective about what we film, because we know that sometimes when you film something, you're missing the actual moment.
Yeah. And
like, I think what we learned is like our kids actually know when we're producing something versus living something.
Yeah.
And they were old enough to start figuring that out. And I feel like we're blessed that we like discovered that. And some of those kids in the mix are like old enough to know that like my parents are performing for this show. So let's say cameras go off.
Yeah.
You know, and they have to go return to that normal state of like, hey, I'm just Jordan, your dad.
Right.
Or I'm just Jesse, your mom. It's just so hard to context switch, you know? And then Jesse, your mom now is like back with Marciano posting on social media, pouring lemonade on him because that's the character. So you got to live in this character, you know, even if that's not the mom that you are, and maybe that is the mom that you are. You have to live in this character that you've created for yourself because it's part of the job and your kids are old enough to know what's going on. It's just like, how do you reconcile it all? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It just feels so destructive. But that's why we love it. And that's why we watch. And so it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah, a part of me
like,
kind of wishes that they would. Now I'm like, I kind of want another season to see what happens to these families as they continue to push the limits. Not because I want them to be harmed. I'm just kind of curious. And I wonder if it actually would be helpful to some moms, because I still do believe that we're being fed this message as moms. It's like, you can still pursue your dreams as a mom of 3, and you can still go after this and that, and like woman empowerment, and let's all, you know, and I believe in all of that too, but you can't have it all. You can't.
Well, yeah, but I would say that they are,
and like,
I agree.
And so if you can't have it all, like, and you do pursue it, like what does end up happening, or what does a healthy version of that look like? Like, if Whitney and Connor are able to go out to New York, do Chicago, and then come back home and say, that was like a really great season, we're going to take a little break and then maybe do something else really fun, then I'd be like, wow, that was a really cool example of what it looks like to pursue your dreams.
Yeah.
But if she goes out there and then she's getting on another reality show and then they end up getting a divorce in 2 years, that's interesting to me because then it does show people like, hey, you actually can't have it all. Like you can't do this, and this, despite what MomTok even messaged to us at the beginning, which was let's all support each other and pursue our dreams and like boost each other up. But you're thinking about the moms, you're not thinking about the kids. This isn't kid talk. This isn't dad talk. This isn't family talk. This is mom talk. And so what happens to the overall family unit as you continue, like what's bad and what's good? No, that's the good thing about reality TV sometimes is like you get to see like what not to do.
Yeah. Well, it's 100%. And reality TV, like I think it depends for Connor and Whitney. I think it depends on the medium that she still decides to jump into. I think if she signs up for another reality TV show, reality TV it's so rarely built on wholesomeness. It's just not interesting enough. Even the Busbys, who had quintuplets or whatever they had, he would talk to me all the time. Like he was like, man, like they stood up against their producers on a TLC reality TV show because they were like, they kept trying to spin drama that we did not feel was going to be good for our children. So these producers know what they're selling. They're selling making people who watch it feel better about themselves. So how do you do that with like a successful marriage unless you have a villain? That's why Taylor Frankie Paul was so important to the show, because she could have been the villain and they could have all honestly had pretty wholesome storylines and good families. But like if you lose Taylor and she actually becomes the redeemed figure, you guys are either the producers are going to push you guys to become the villains, or the show's going to collapse.
Yeah.
But so I think Connor and Whitney can have it all and can have kids and him be a good dad and her be a good mom. I'm just not sure if it's possible if it's reality TV that they keep pursuing. What do you think?
I think reality TV is possible because once again, it is a season and you know what days and months you're going to be filming. Like the Kardashians have done like 20 seasons of reality TV, but maybe they only film like 1 month a year.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like being like on and off season.
Yeah, but none of them have been long-term married though. But they're also in Hollywood, so maybe that's it.
Yeah.
Do Chip and Jo still do their reality TV show? I think they shut it down, right?
They still do a lot of projects together, and I think they maybe do like some one-offs, but yeah, I don't think that they do their show together anymore. That's a good example. Yeah, I know that was really hard on their marriage.
Yeah, because... Yeah.
So who does have a good marriage that has a show together? Anybody?
It ruined Jessica Simpson and what's his name? Nick Lachey?
Let me ask ChatGPT.
Yeah, ask it.
Or do you want to ask Grok?
No, you can ask ChatGPT. That's good. Who? I mean, honestly.
Nick Lachey and Vanessa.
Yeah.
But they only do like one episode.
And they're hosts. They're more wisdom type of mentors on the show.
Yeah. They're not characters.
Right? So they're almost kind of like sharing lived experience. I would say the Busbys, they're the only, like they're
But they're TLC. That's like totally different platform.
True. Man, even those home reno people.
Oh, Kristen Cavallari too. They got divorced.
Yeah, those like the home rent. What's his name? Tariq or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they were like they're.
So do you think it's the show that's breaking them up, or the fame, or both?
I think it's really tricky, and I think it's personally really tricky when your brand, you as a couple in your marriage, that becomes your brand.
Oh. Same with Amanda and
yeah.
What's his name? Not West, but Kyle Cook.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the fame. I think it's like when
Heidi Montag and Spencer Pratt, they're still together.
But she dropped off.
Out of all of them, they're the ones that
But she dropped off.
Yeah, but they were on reality TV a long time. Well, I mean, nobody does reality TV their entire marriage. The only ones that continue to do it are the Kardashians.
Right.
But there's so many of them that they can like, man, I watched that Lamar Odom documentary. Have you seen it? It's crazy. He was, he was a drug addict, maybe sex addict. I don't know. They weren't like totally clear on that. He was found in a brothel, so maybe. But Chloe was like such a gem. Like she was really trying to like rehab him and support him. And when he had his like when he overdosed, he was found in a brothel, and Kris Jenner, the Jenners, went out there to pick him up and bring him back home. And so he like couldn't walk anymore. Like one side of his brain like wasn't working. He was like in a wheelchair, and she was like at the time still married to him because the divorce papers hadn't gone through yet. And she was like, I'm not going to leave him. Like, even though he had like multiple times cheated on her, they were already going through a divorce. He was already like a really like horrible drug addict. She was like, I'm still not going to leave him. And she decided to let him come back home, and she was going to rehab him. And so they had like all of these like specialists coming in and out, taking care of him. And one day she came home and he was smoking crack, and he had pretended to be worse off than he was so that she would take care of him. And yet he was still having his drug dealers come to the house.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So wait, is he clean now?
It seemed like it. I don't know.
It's just like, is he alive?
Yeah. He was in the documentary.
Okay.
Him and Chloe were in the documentary.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, and it was like he had 2 kids through it all, and
he's probably not super involved in their lives, right?
I think he is more now.
Yeah.
But he definitely wasn't back then.
Dang.
Yeah, it was crazy. Chloe's like, you really love her after that documentary.
Really?
Yeah, she like really stood by him and like did everything she could.
Well, I feel like
the whole family actually.
Yeah, did Kim do the same for Kanye? Like tried to help him?
I'm sure they were married. That I don't know. That family, man, they will fight for their people.
They will fight for their people. Their selection process could use a little tweaking.
Why?
The
men?
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you were talking about because they'll fight for their people because we almost hired one of their people.
Oh, no.
And then they literally fought for her back.
Yeah, no, for sure. But like, no, I was saying that their selection criteria.
Like, yeah, for sure.
You know, it's tough.
I think that's what happens when you just are okay with divorce. Like, you don't take it as serious.
Yeah,
you're like, I can always get out of this thing just in case.
Yeah, it's hard.
When I married you, I was like, this is it forever. You know, I was like, I can't go anywhere.
And I was like, like pudgy and big. Hey.
No, I loved it. Yeah, I feel like we took it very seriously. And if you don't take it that serious, then I mean, the only thing is like Chloe dated him for 30 days and then got married. So sometimes I'm like, sometimes you're asking for this stuff. It's sure, like, dude. This is honestly more your fault than anything. It's like, what did you expect? Like to marry someone and you don't really know them. It's like a little, yeah. Yeah,
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Yeah, they got married after 30 days of knowing each other.
Well, I mean,
and he so used her. Like she talked about how he's like obsessed with the camera. He was the one that wanted to do the reality show. He's because they had a Lamar and Chloe TV show together.
Yeah.
And he even basically said it like in the documentary that he just like, he was like, now we have Lamar Odom and the Kardashians. Like, I'm going to basically partner with like the most, powerful family. And then me, like, we're going to be a power couple. Like he wanted to be famous. And yeah.
Was he a good basketball player? Oh, he's pretty good. Okay.
Him and Kobe were pretty good buds. He was traded to Dallas for a little bit. You remember that? When everybody was talking about it, with Chloe coming to Dallas.
Oh, no, I don't remember.
They were here for like, I mean, I don't even feel like it was like a month. I don't remember. Maybe a couple months. And then he got kicked off the team because of his drugs.
Oh, my gosh, dude.
Yeah. The craziest thing to me is like when athletes are drug addicts, I'm like, how are you on the field or on the court?
Are there protocols for this?
No, I mean, there's protocols and they do drug tests, but he was doing drugs that they weren't testing for. and he knows
Like
which one.
crack. They're like, we didn't think we needed to test for
Yeah,
crack.
no, literally. And so he knew which ones he could do. But I'm like, oh, then how do you wake up in 2 days and then just go play a basketball game and run up and down the court nonstop? I can't fathom it.
I don't know any crack addicts, but
Wait,
that's a tough
What
one.
is crack again? I always forget what
It's crack cocaine, so I think it's crystallized cocaine, right?
Wait, so there's so cocaine is one thing, and then there's
Well, cocaine is the powder, and then crack, I think, is when they like crystallize it, right?
what?
Or maybe that's
was
crystal meth. No, that's different.
I don't know, babe.
I don't know. I pass on grass. I don't do drugs. Dare program.
That one really actually.
It's cocaine, right? Yeah, crack.
So it's just cocaine. Not just cocaine.
Which the CIA introduced to South Central LA, and then we'll end the episode on that. Goodbye.
Oh my gosh.
Please note that this episode may contain paid endorsements and advertisements for products and services. Individuals on the show may have a direct or indirect financial interest in products or services referred to in this episode.